hard to capture. Extravagant, resurrect the track and it's militant. And I react like a convict and start killing. It's manifesting. The gods work like appliances, dealing in my psyche.
Before we get into the video, just want to say today's video is going to be sponsored by Wondershare's DemoCreator, which I think quite a few of you guys are actually going to be interested in. So Wondershare DemoCreator allows you to record your computer screen. Now, if you're somebody like me who likes to grab scenes from the Boruto anime to use for videos, this is a really good program to grab the clips that you need. When it comes to screen recording, Wondershare DemoCreator is pretty easy to use. It didn't take me very long to figure out how to crop the screen. What I also like about this program is that it also captures audio very well, which is a real big help when it comes to recording and editing. The other benefit to Wondershare DemoCreator is that it allows you to do a little bit of editing as well, and the tools are pretty easy to pick up on in my opinion. Now, in the past, when I've used other programs to do Q&As or record clips or videos, I needed to run multiple programs, one to record the audio, another one to record the actual screen footage, and then I need to put everything all together in my editing program. With Wondershare DemoCreator, it allows you to actually skip this hassle because it's all in one program. So if you use my link down in the description box, you'll be able to download Wondershare DemoCreator, and it really can't hurt to give it a try. If you at least test it out and you don't like it, you can always opt out of the free trial, but take it from somebody who's used multiple other screen recording products in the past. Once you use this one, you're not going to want to use another one. I just want to say thank you again to Wondershare DemoCreator for sponsoring today's video. But with that being said, don't forget to check out the link in the description box as well as the pinned comment. And now let's go ahead and get into today's video. Yo, what's going on everybody? It's your boy Naruto Explain here, and today I want to talk to you guys about Sasuke Uchiha and the new dojutsu in the Boruto Naruto Next Generation series. So obviously, if you're an anime only fan, this is the time of the month where a lot of the conversations are going to be spoiler heavy, so I thank you for your support. However, with all that being said though, if you're still here, I'm assuming you guys are okay with me talking about spoilers. So we all know what happened in the last Boruto chapter. So essentially, Momoshiki was watching Avengers Infinity War from inside of Boruto's body, and when he saw that Thanos said that you should have gone for the head, Momoshiki said, "I bet fam, I ain't gonna make that mistake next time." This has led to a lot of different conversations. I myself have talked about in the past about the fact that, you know, Sasuke has some options. You know, Sasuke could potentially go to Obito's lab and potentially take some of the Sharingan that are left there. I've also said that there's the potential that you could have the scenario to where Sasuke sacrifices his Sharingan, which I think is the most likely thing, that he sacrifices the Sharingan eye that he has to rewrite reality and essentially save his eye, save his Rinnegan, because his Rinnegan is too valuable to lose. But that's assuming Sasuke's in a situation where he's able to have enough chakra to effectively use the Rinnegan. What can Sasuke do to replace his Sharingan? Because Sasuke's Mangekyo Sharingan abilities are absolutely overpowered. He's able to use Blaze Release and the Amaterasu, and then with his other ability, he's able to use flame control. Losing abilities like that and losing the ability to use those flames in a defensive manner in the way that Sasuke wants them, like he can wrap them around his Susanoo, if that's something that Sasuke truly feels like doing, that leads to the question, well, what the hell can Sasuke do to actually replace something that overpowered? So on one hand, the Rinnegan's abilities are so overpowered that you absolutely have to maintain the Rinnegan. By all intents and purposes, any means necessary, you have to maintain the Rinnegan. That's probably going to be key for combating the Uzumaki clan. However, this is the thing. When you look at the Shin Uchiha clones, at first, I wasn't a big fan of Sasuke taking one of the eyes that was made for the Shin Uchihas or one of the eyes directly from the Shin Uchiha clones. And yet, when I really got to thinking about it, and I went back and I reread Naruto Gaiden, Shin Uchiha was pretty damn busted. And so if you take one of those eyes and due to plot convenience, the eye that Sasuke takes could have the same abilities that you see Shin Uchiha use, Sasuke effectively would be extremely busted. Because think about it from this perspective, okay? So Shin Uchiha's Sharingan abilities, he had two Sharingan abilities that really stood out. So the first one was the fact that Shin Uchiha was able to use a different type of space-time ninjutsu that essentially allowed him to create a barrier that allowed him to instantaneously teleport whoever's trapped inside the barrier along with himself to a predisclosed location. And so when you look look at that and you look at that ability right there, that allows Sasuke the opportunity to where that ability cuts down on what he has to use for his Rinnegan. So as a lot of you guys are familiar with, and it's become a running gag about Sasuke always being out of chakra, well, Sasuke, when he uses that Rinnegan unnamed jutsu to be able to teleport to the various different dimensions and take people with them. And so if you have an ability like this, where if Sasuke's already pre-marked, similar to what you see with the Flying Thunder God jutsu, if Sasuke's already pre-marked that area or his chakra's already connected to it, there's no reason why he shouldn't be able to use this Mangekyo Sharingan ability to be able to teleport himself and other people to that location. So that actually cuts down on the amount of chakra that he has to use. He's not going to be draining off and siphoning off as much chakra having to teleport multiple people, because he can just use the Mangekyo Sharingan ability to teleport folks. Now, this leads me to the next ability. So when you consider Sasuke's Ameno Teiji Kara and the fact that Ameno Teiji Kara allows Sasuke to swap places with himself and other objects, even swap out ninjutsu as long as it's in a 10-meter radius, that's completely overpowered. And so when you look at Shin Uchiha's other ability, it's also something that plays very well with Sasuke's ability. So Shin Uchiha has the ability of telekinesis, where after he's able to mark a weapon with his signature seal, Shin Uchiha is able to manipulate those objects, those weapons, using his Mangekyo Sharingan. And so the reason why that's so damn crazy is the fact that we saw how those telekinetic abilities, it gave Naruto a little bit of trouble in the sense that Naruto was caught off guard and Kurama got onto him. And so when you take an ability like that and you put it in the hands of a master tactician like Sasuke, and you give Sasuke two abilities that work directly in sync with his Rinnegan abilities, this makes Sasuke extremely deadly. And this also solves the problem of Sasuke being in a situation where he's burning through his chakra too quickly because of the various situations that he's putting himself in. I think that this is a really nice trade-off. It's actually a really good workaround when you really consider the scenarios. And I think that if you're Masashi Kishimoto, Naruto Gaiden is something that you yourself actually wrote. So the whole thing with Sarada having daddy issues and leaving the village and the whole Shin Uchiha stuff, a lot of people like to say it's Kodachi. A lot of people like to say that, oh, that's just Boruto manga stuff. That's not Boruto manga. That's what happens when you only watch the anime. This actually came out in 2015. It was Masashi Kishimoto's own work. It was part of that Naruto New Era project releases. And so I think this would be a nice way to actually be a callback. And I look at it like this, like Naruto Gaiden is still the highest selling Boruto era manga release that we've ever had. And so you'd be foolish not to go back to that and grab things that work from that era. And I think this would be a nice way to kind of pay homage to that while also giving Sasuke the power up that he needs. Because when you look at how Masashi Kishimoto does things, whenever Naruto gets a power up or whenever Naruto gets a nerf, the way that Kishimoto writes Sasuke is that Sasuke gets something that powers him up or he gets something that sets him back as well. And so I think that if Naruto has a new transformation like this, even if he's no longer able to tap into it again, I think that if you give Sasuke a power up like this and you add some restrictions and limitations to it, that puts Naruto and Sasuke on that same level there. And that's a typical Kishimoto-esque thing to do. However, I want to know from you guys, how do you guys feel about this possibility? And I want to say right now, man, like one of you guys actually pointed this out in the comment section. You guys said like, hey, this would be really dope if the Shin Uchihas were actually used as a way for Sasuke to get another Sharingan. And I was against that idea, but then when, like I said, when I got to actually looking at how Shin Uchiha's abilities work, that's one of the times where I said if they can find a Sharingan to where those abilities are able to transfer over in that Sharingan where they're the same abilities, Sasuke, if he gets those eyes, Sasuke's going to be absolutely overpowered because it works in conjunction with his Rinnegan. But again, he would have to sacrifice the Sharingan he already has and then take a Shin Uchiha Sharingan and essentially implant it into his own eye. That's the only way that would actually work. However, I want to know from you guys, how do you guys feel about that? And to the person who came up with the Shin Uchiha idea, give yourself a shout out down in the comment section. But as always, guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. Have an awesome day, guys.